Most people, they take an action, they do something, they go and they do that action, and then they're stuck. They don't know if they're successful. They don't know the next step. They don't know how to evaluate. They don't know how to take out the valuable part. One of the biggest things that slows people's progress, slows people's learning, skill development, achievement down is this concept of slow feedback. Slow feedback.
Welcome to the Accelerated Achievement Show, the podcast in which two-time published author, international speaker, and CEO Bogdan Juncewicz deconstructs and uncovers the tools and the strategies for accelerated learning, accelerated skill development, and accelerated business and life achievement. Achievement accelerated with the Accelerated Achievement Show.
Welcome to episode 4 of the Accelerated Achievement Show. Very excited to talk about something I called feedback loops and accelerated feedback loops. And I want to talk to you about how you can accelerate not just learning, not just skill development, but achievement. Meaning everything in our lives, essentially, whether it's in business, in health, whether it's in learning a new skill, learning a new craft, whatever it is, whatever we're attempting to get a result, one of the ways that we can accelerate how we're getting that result is to tie links faster. Meaning, here's how our brain learns. And I'm very excited to share the details of this. Our brain works. Our brain evaluates and makes progress. And anytime we want to make progress, meaning pretty much every single day at anything, this is how we make it. Our mind makes progress by tying a link between an action, between something we do, some action we take. Our mind ties the link between that and the result. Meaning, let's say you're in your business, and in your business you want to test a new marketing campaign. Here's how you make progress. You go off, you put up this ad on this website. Then after you put up this ad on this website, let's say a week later, you see this result. And then your mind ties this action, what you did, put up the marketing campaign, with the result. It ties those two, ties them together, and that allows you to evaluate that campaign and then move forward. And the reason some people are so masterful at what they do, and they can achieve progress so much faster than most other people, is because they've tied hundreds and thousands of these little links, thousands of these little tests in their mind. Therefore, now they know all the things that don't work, and they know the things that do work. And the faster you can tie these links in your health, in your business, in your marketing, in your personal brand, in the way you spread your message, in the way you communicate, in your relationships, in every area of our lives, the faster we can tie the links, the faster we will make progress, and the faster we will achieve. And if you're listening to this, that's clearly what you want. That's clearly what I want. If we can accelerate our progress, and speed is everything. If we can accelerate how quickly we're progressing, we can achieve things that people don't even think are possible. We can achieve them faster than we ever thought was possible. We can accelerate our achievement. So tying these links together faster. And this is what happens in this episode. This is what we're going to talk about. Something called feedback loops and accelerated feedback loops. Meaning, let's say you're learning a skill. Let's say you're learning the skill of cooking. How to cook food, how to become like the Gordon Ramsay, the chef, the amazing, incredible. How do you do that? And how do you accelerate your progress so it doesn't take you the next 8 years of sucking to actually get good? How can you do that in 2 years or 3 years? How can you accelerate that progress to get far more fulfillment and happiness and competence and confidence while you're doing the skill? So the number one thing, and this is what this episode is about, is accelerating that feedback loop. So if you're in the kitchen and you make a dish, let's say you're testing a new dish, because it's one of the things, you want to have your own signature dishes. That's the example we're going with. You want to make people love your food, and you make this dish. The fastest way for you to learn and accelerate your progress in skill development is for someone to test that dish immediately, and not just one person, but a wide range of feedback, meaning you're getting feedback fast. And for most people, number one, they hate feedback. They don't want people. They're like, okay, what do you think? But just give me the good stuff. Give me the, oh my God, you're amazing, this is great. But don't give me all the critical advice, the stuff that actually makes you improve. So number one is loving feedback. Number two is accelerated feedback loops. Meaning if you make that dish and then you leave that dish, and let's assume for the purpose of this that the food sciences change and that dish will be equally as good 2 weeks from now as it will be now, highly unlikely. But you make that dish and then 2 weeks later someone else tests it and they tell you, okay, this is good, but this could be improved. Too much salt, but this ingredient you added great. If they give you that feedback, your mind has already forgotten, as in completely erased it from its memory, completely forgotten all the stuff that went into making that dish, what you did. Meaning your mind can't tie that link between the action and the result. The action and the feedback. It can't tie that link and strengthen that link in order for you to be able to trigger that thought at any time in your life to accelerate your progress and know what it is, that distinction. But let's say you take that dish, you make the dish, and 5 minutes after the dish is ready, you get feedback on that dish. Okay, you added too much of this ingredient, too much of this. Your mind can tie that link very, very quickly between the action and the result. And this isn't just for learning. This is for every area of our lives. How can we, this is the implementation step for this episode. I hope you can take action on this. It would make me so damn happy if you take action on this. How can you accelerate the feedback loops in your life? Firstly, what are the key things you want to accelerate your achievement in? What is it? Is it the marketing in your business? Is it the social media progress? Is it your relationships with these people? Is it your health and your fitness and your vitality, your body, your spirit? What is it? Where do you want to make progress, and how can you accelerate the feedback loop? Let me give you a few more examples so you can really take this concept and dive deep into it and apply it into your life. So let's say that you're in your business and you're doing some marketing. The thing is, before, and this is what's made the whole marketing industry so much greater to be in, so much greater opportunity now, is this whole concept. This concept is the foundation, essentially, of what makes us, what makes marketers, what makes speakers, what makes seminar leaders so excited because of the opportunities we have now. This concept, meaning before, you would have to send out direct mail out to some people. If you want to grow your business, if you wanted more clients, you would need to send out a direct mail campaign or create an advert and put it on TV and wait for it to air. You'd have to do that, meaning you would create the advert and the results you would get, as in how many customers you would get that result back many weeks, potentially many months after you ran the campaign. And your mind, the business, the mind doesn't tie that link nowhere near as effectively compared to now. You can log onto Facebook, you put up an ad, and within 24 hours, within 12 hours, you can see, okay, this ad is either successful or it's a failure. And then you could look at the ad and you can look at why, you can look at your targeting, and you can look at why it's successful or why it was a failure. You could tie that link so much faster. So, implementation again. How can you apply accelerated feedback loops? Because if you want to accelerate progress, you got to dive deeper in what accelerates progress. And accelerated feedback loops, meaning more links. Because if you want to be a master at your craft, like I want to have great ambitions of where I want to be, and if you want to be a master at your craft, you need to understand that it's the level of these distinctions that you get. And it's the masters at anything simply have like 1,000 or many thousands of these tiny little tests, these tiny little feedback loops that they have subconsciously stored in the filing cabinet of their mind that most people don't. Most people don't have it. And that's why most people can't do the things that some people can. Most people, the majority, can't do what the top people can go in and do, and they're baffled as to, okay, how do you know all this? It's because of these little tests, these little feedback loops. And this is how you accelerate achievement. So if you have a goal, any goal, I've talked about it, I've banged on about this in this episode, any single goal you have, whether it's health, whether it's fitness, whatever it is, whether it's to write a book, I can help you with that, whether it's to write a book, whether it's to accelerate learning, whatever it is, whatever the goal is, that's irrelevant. You can accelerate that goal by speeding up the feedback loop. So if you're listening to this, and the fact that you're listening to these words shows me you are, so if you're listening to this, pause this or write as you're listening and write down some goals you have and the feedback loops you have and what's the lag time between the action that you take in that area and the result that you're getting. And then focus on speeding that up. Because if you want to work at the source, work at what really makes a difference, the actual elements that make the difference, this is what makes that difference. So if you're having a business and you want to grow your business, okay, what are the key metrics you're measuring? What are the key things you're doing? And how can you speed up the time that you take an action to the time you get a result? In your health, how can you speed up the time that you're taking the action to how can you get the result? And the more you speed that up, the faster your mind will link those things. And 2-3 years from now, you'll accumulate these little tests so much faster and so much deeper because you sped up the process, and you'll be essentially a master. You'll have this whole filing cabinet in your mind of different little things that you know what doesn't work, what does work, and you can accelerate much better results. So that's this episode. Implement. Comment below with your biggest takeaway. How can you apply this? Comment below with your biggest takeaway, whatever you're watching this in video file, in listening, whatever website you're listening to this on. Comment below with your biggest takeaway and subscribe. If you want more episodes, more accelerated achievement strategies of how you can accelerate your learning, your skill development, and your business, your health, your relationships, and any other area of achievement, then subscribe, comment below, like this, share with people that need it, and I look forward to sharing more strategies with you, more information with you to accelerate achievement. It's Bogdan. I accelerate people's achievement through information and strategies. It's my mission. It's my purpose. I want to save you time, your valuable time. So subscribe, comment, like, and I'll see you in other episodes of the Accelerated Achievement Show.
Achievement accelerated with the Accelerated Achievement Show.